Good day everyone. Welcome to a new update of me, Michael van der Poppen, also known as Crypto Michael. Market is in FOMO, crypto fear and greed index is relatively high, altcoins are finally following through as Bitcoin is in these peak high levels. But some caution should be there if you are in the markets. Before we continue, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel so we can continue building this platform to something really big in the coming cycle. Also, if you want to follow me in trading and if you want to become a better trader, check out the website bonsankagroup.com. We've got a 20% discount. The gold membership gives you everything that you need if you want to start and improve yourself as a trader and investor in this market. And you can actually follow me through the strategy updates as I'm sharing everything that I'm doing. If you want to have a 1-hour consultancy with me, please send me a DM on Twitter or send me a contact form here on the site and we can arrange one and I can answer all your questions that you want. Everything regarding your portfolio or if you want to have a better trading perspective or want to learn about crypto, everything. Regarding altcoins, we are at this point showing a very nice move in general. Of course, the altcoins are doing quite well. However, we still should be aware that we've got a breaker and Bitcoin is in its highs. So what we see is that Bitcoin is in its highs around the all-time high. And when altcoins start to move in this area, I'm always getting a little bit tricky about the perspectives as it's a slight FOMO run. In this regard, I'm more inclined to see altcoins run when Bitcoin corrects and bounces up and starts to consolidate. That's showing more strength. Right now, I'm just getting the feeling that these altcoin runs are relatively relief ready. So yes, of course, they are, XRP, for instance, is making a new yearly high, which is relatively bullish. But you should be aware that those moves are relatively short and sharp. So what I'm trying to say here is that XRP made a new yearly high, which is bullish, which is something that it's not been doing since last year's summer. And actually, it did not make any new higher high since the overall bear market started. So this is the first higher high since the momentum started. If you derive the previous range it's been acting in. So what you want to see and what you often see with XRP is a sharp run up and correction. Sharp run up, correction. That's why I'm getting a little bit cautious on the moves of XRP at this point, is that you generally want to see that it regains the previous support as support. So right now we can see that we have broken this range, which is this range around 30 cents. We finally broke through and we are getting the opportunity to finally flip this as we are in this resistance zone, the next one. We are at the top of the new range. We broke through and now you want to see the support resistance flip occur. I'm refusing to buy swing trade positions based on FOMO candles. So in general, I'm still relatively cautious on the markets and I want to see more confirmations. XRP is doing what it should be doing, which is breaking up and potentially flipping levels. The level that you should be watching is this area between 28 to 30 cents. I'm going to look if we flip that zone. If we flip that zone, we can make another higher low. And we're going to target a new higher high in the next upwards run. And I'm expecting the next heavy altcoin season to occur between January and March. January and April maybe even. That next upwards run will probably take XRP towards the next resistance zone around 55 cents to 65 cents. If we check the BTC pair on XRP, we can essentially see that we're currently in resistance. A very nice upwards move. However, what you want to see is that the previous support, which is the 2000 Satoshis level, becomes support. If not, then this is just a bearish retest and we have to see whether this scenario that we've been writing down yesterday plays out. In this case, you want to see a correction, bullish divergence, etc., etc. That we have discussed that yesterday. The other scenario is that we break through and flip this level for support. Then I'm getting interested in this coin. Until then, it's just barely a move, and I'm just sidelined to watch how it's going to deploy. Then we've got another one, which is Litecoin, also showing a very nice and big move in the previous days, but it's nothing compared to any bullish market we've seen previously. So what we see with Litecoin is the identical resistance zone we are in as XRP. We've made a new yearly high. We did make a new yearly high on Litecoin, but we are in resistance at this point. We are making a new trend through which we made higher lows. After this, we made a new higher high, and this zone around $65 has to flip for continuation in order to have that support resistance flip, which almost always occurs in a bull market or in an upwards trend. So you want to see this level flip in the next corrective move if Bitcoin corrects. If Bitcoin corrects and starts to go sideways, these coins are starting to show significant strength, as the majors will always move first. And then you can start targeting the resistance zones that we've got here and that we've described previously. Litecoin, Bitcoin, showing basically a similar setup as before 2019. Nice move up, currently inside resistance zone. You want to see that the previous support becomes support, so you want to see a correction or you want to see a further drop down, and then you want to see this flip through which we can get the bullish divergence. If we break this downtrend, I think we're going to continue and going to range towards the next resistance zone, which is the area between 7,000 and 8,000 satoshis, and then we flip the overall scenario. So then we get this bullish structure which we also had in the beginning of 2019. Here we see the run in the beginning of 2020, and here we see the run in the beginning of 2018. That's always the period, that's probably the major period. We're getting close, but those levels that I've just described are the levels that I'm going to watch in general. Let's see what we've got even more. We've got Ethereum, and I'm going to use a clean chart for Ethereum as well. Very nice breakout range flip. We currently flipped the 430 as well, which is critical. If we do reverse, which might not be, we might be reversing from like 520 to 540, as that's the next resistance zone, as I've just stated on Twitter earlier. If we reverse like this, the areas you should be watching are around 330 to 370 bucks. That's going to be a likely case that Ether comes down to if Bitcoin starts to correct, and that's going to grant that massive opportunity that you want to have, as the recent run is not showing much for you. If we get there, the next run after is probably going to take Ether to 900 to 1,000 bucks, and then we've got the new cycle going on. This here is disbelief, so we get some more continuation and some more ranging before we continue to move. Ethereum, Bitcoin, at this point we are in the interest zone. We have been describing that quite a lot in the previous weeks. We're getting there. Now the overall question and perspective is that Bitcoin has to make that correction, so ETH BTC goes sideways for a little bit, and then you should be pulling the trigger on altcoins. And finally, one of the special ones to watch, Doji, getting into, or at least into, the next zone of interest, which is between 15 to 19 sats. Often when XRP and Litecoin do well, this is one to watch, and especially in the beginning of the year, this one is most likely going to pull the trigger or make a massive move. We've seen it in 2017, we've seen it in 2016, we've seen it in 2019, and these moves are almost 5-6x, maybe even larger. So I'm definitely going to look at Doji as a potential position for the coming period, as it grants some nice opportunities in general. And they always move along with XRP and Litecoin. That's the update for today. I'll be back tomorrow with a roundup of this week. And Monday we're going to live stream, and hopefully I'm going to finish off the studio here so we can do it having proper conversations. Check out my website, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again tomorrow.